Afternoon, folks. Let's get back to Rajput Reich. Now, if you were around last night, then please try to erase that from your memories. I streamed last night for less than 2 hours. It was abysmally bad. I fought a war with Afghanistan and Nagai, and I did terribly badly, which is why I only have about 3,000 manpower. It was certainly not stellar work by me. So we're going to get all of our troops back home in time for Christmas and figure out our next step, which will probably be rescuing Delhi from their deluge of rebels and staying in a war so that we do not get the accursed Peasants' War, because we certainly have no current disasters and our manpower is shot. So we can't use any manpower for a while and we have to go back to war, so that'll be good. I'm kidding, of course. It will certainly not be good. Make Biapura core. I still don't want to. But I don't think Ahmadnagar want to buy it. It would certainly be less of a problem if I just cored the bloody thing. But it would only be 50 dip to integrate. So I think I'd rather my vassal had it. Also, mad props to Gujarat, who have now moved their capital. I think this is the second time they've done that. Their capital used to be here. They moved it here, and now it's here. Which is a shame. I wanted to take these two provinces in one shot. I think, yeah, my claim's expired here. Indeed. Well, they're going to have to die anyway. I have time for one itty-bitty claim, I think. Cathedral. They have a truce with me until the 23rd anyway, which means I need to find somebody else to declare war on during this downtime. Unfortunately, my options are limited to Bahmanis, who have Oman, Bengal, and Jampur on their side, so it won't be an easy war. Unless nobody wants to join in. We'll find that out soon enough, but first I'll need to deal with my own vassals' rebels. Why would anything be easy? Looney Phoenix says, "Hey Jake, how are you today? Feeling rested?" I'm feeling very rested compared to yesterday. I learnt an important lesson again. Do not stream when tired. Now all of these Afghani rebels are going to want to cede to Tabaristan, which I think is going to be good for me. It means there's less of Afghanistan to rip apart. Oh, that's nice of you, Bahmanas. But didn't you only just enter that coalition? Jampur won't join in, leaving just Bengal and Oman. It's pretty much as good as we can get it. Oman failed miserably at trying to do anything to us last time. But the first thing I think I want to do is send my vassals a little gift to help them each along, since, well, they can't be in the best of spirits right now. And I want only the best for my vassals. Jake, are you going to integrate Malwa? That's probably for the better, but I need their troops for fighting right now. And then again, I could use their troops as a standing army too, and their military tech is lagging behind somewhat. That's what we'll do then. We'll improve relations and get that marriage going, which I think I just declined. How about you, Delhi? Yeah, we'll get that legitimacy back in no time. Ooh, not from that old king. We won't though. Everybody, please get out of my land. You're causing me some undue attrition. Jake, set your ships to work. I want to use them for exploiting. In fact, come to think of it, maybe we should do that again. We have the time. We might as well. It's a shame we can't see Portugal or France, but it's good to see that Ming have some money. Let's go pay Ming a visit. Get out of my land, Delhi. We'll get all of our troops together and then figure out what we're doing with them, but the answer will probably be saving Delhi from himself. Although we're not being told about a looming disaster. Why is that? Is it because we have positive 2 stability? In that case, there's nothing to worry about. I just need to wait for our manpower to recover. There won't be such a rush to get... Would quite like to claim Hormuz. Won't be such a rush to get ourselves into war. Which is fine. Gives us time to do a little bit of jiggery pokery. I think our fleet is getting plenty to work over here, so don't you worry. Alright, so there we have it. We're going to detach all mercenaries, and we're going to sling over the half-decent troops onto the mercs, and then get them over here to do some work. Going to set our heir onto them in the hope that our heir dies, because I really don't like him being alive. The rest of our troops should probably do their job of bringing down revolt risk. It's up in Siwi, huh? That's fine. There, with you standing in Siwi, that'll make the Balochistan nationalists go down to 0. Meanwhile, the mercs take up arms. Now, our ships are close enough to Ming. Ah, but we have no free diplomats. Okay, forget about you for a second. Can't have our ships sinking on us. Hey, Ming! Our good friend Ming, are you interested in buying some light ships? No, they're ridiculously in debt. How about you, Dai Viet? Would you like to buy some ships? You would like 13 fewer of them? Well, you know what? That can be arranged. That really just means you want 2 of them. But that's fine. We go to Dai Viet. We will sell you these 2 ships for... They actually don't want them. Who does want our ships? Come on. Now, here's someone that does. But how many do you want? That's the question. This is a little trick we did last night, and although our trick had some teething problems, it all came out in the end, resulting in me losing 15 light ships for nothing. What did he say he wanted? Paying no attention here. He wants 5 fewer than 15. 13. There we go. So he wants... 7 should be fine. But you don't really have the money for it. Whatever, we'll sell you 7 for 20 ducats. That seems like a good price. A little bit of inflation for us, but what the hey. It's a shame we can't get a bit more. So we'll sell our fleet for 20 ducats. Seems like a bit of a raw deal, so I say the friendly shekel merchant will be keeping his ships and sailing back. I think getting 20 ducats per diplomat is a pretty nice deal. Jake, you invented the Nigerian scams 400 years early. Alright, so is there anybody else around here looking for some ship action? Oh, you want lots of ships. Ho ho! I think we've got a lucrative deal going on here. We can snaffle 80 shekels off of our good friend here. So you want 14 of our ships. Oy vey, just take them. 80 shekels and they're all yours. Sounds like a great deal, but frankly too good for me, so we're gonna take them right back. Now, I can look a bit more professional doing this, whereas yesterday I thought I knew what I was doing, and it all just cocked up royally, and I looked like a right fool, which was kind of funny in a very self-esteem destroying way. The reason that it works is that we separate the ships that we want to sell and we sell them, but we keep them as part of our grouping like this. So although it becomes the other nation's ship, we still have it in our control. So we then merge, and when you merge, recently Paradox made it so that if you custom name a fleet or an army, that name will remain as part of the merged fleet. So even though the smaller fleet gets absorbed into the larger one, it remains the smaller fleet because I named it Gotcha, which is a custom name. So when I merge them, all goes back to Gotcha. We keep the money, we gain a little bit of inflation, but the other people get no ships. Funny thing is, they're still going to want some ships. And you can even do that while you're at war, which is pretty sweet. So let us just get them back home for now. It's not like money is a necessity right now. Boy, I feel kind of bad for Delhi. It's 25 overextension for peasant war tick. Well, thankfully, we are just a hair below that. Piety is nice, but losing prestige is not. Imagine having 10 plus loans. How terrible. Alright, as shocking as it is, I think we could probably do with... Oh, I can't even afford more mercs. Well, just one will do, we'll add him to the fray. And do you have river crossings everywhere? Doaba, Lahore, Sinsagar, yeah, there's... little choice. I'll be taking 2 on the nose here unless someone has 2 maneuver, which they don't. Well, the best thing you could do is die. Although I would accept... No, you're going to need to heal up, aren't you? Terrible. Well, this area is Punjabi. With a bit of luck, they might run over here. They'll take the crossing penalty. We'll see what happens. There's no hurry. Probably. But I still want that claim. Any goals for today's stream? Nah, just gonna stream for a couple hours before work. And then I really need to work on this video, the Ryukyu compilation. Otherwise I owe someone a Vita, which is not good for me. Come on, Punjabi friends, make your way over here. Also good, we're getting our manpower back. We won't have to worry about that so-called peasants' war soon enough. I wonder if they're set to wait until the garrison grows to a certain size. Jake, they might merge with the other stack. They might, but they might not. I think we've... Oh no, Jampur certainly look like they still won't be up for joining in this war if we go to war with Bahmanas. Which is a tempting thing to do. Now, as for our ships, we should be protecting our trade in Hormuz, since that's where we collect, isn't it? Isn't it? We collect from both. But we already earn plenty here, and this is our the place that we collect from by default. We also collect from here, but we have plenty of power in Goa. Why aren't we putting that to more use? We should be transferring it up to the Indus. So forget about Doab now. Although we have power, we don't really gain much money there. So yeah, instead of doing it there, maybe you should be collecting here in the Indus. I could go for that. It'll update at the turn of the month. Now, Bahmanas. Oman will probably be an issue. They tend to have a half-decent fleet. Although I doubt they could land anything serious on us if we pay attention to her. Oh, they have no fleet. Okay, so essentially it's just Bahmanes and Bengal. Bengal, pathetic in tech. And the issue is still, though, with Delhi and her nationalists, causing us grief and strife wherever we look. But I wonder if our vassal Malwa could take care of the enemy on their own. Bahmanes, what do you field? Not much, but you'll probably thrash Malwa. I mean, there's nothing stopping us helping out with our actual infantry. Don't want to, but I suppose we could. We're actually just going to do cleansing of heresy, I think. At least that way all provinces are free. Because in reality, you only have one corps that I need to give to Ahmad Nagar, but I'll be giving quite a bit more since I want to make some of this land more appealing to you. I want to make Kandy an accepted culture. Oh, and Bahmanes is going for Vijayanagar, who still is not integrating Cochin, despite having maxed relations. Alright, if anything, this is the ideal time to strike. Let us cleanse that heresy. Bengal and Oman get involved. Do they have other friends? No, so we may as well make Bengal a co-belligerent. Not that we can do much, we can't exactly humiliate them. Nor can I pass off their lands to anybody. A crying shame. But we'll be dipping ourselves into Bengal before too long. Do you have a claim on Jake? Do you have a claim on Hormuz, Jake? It's right next door and it would increase your trade bucks a lot if I got it. I've just been at war with Afghanistan. We have a healthy truce right now. Alright, Bahman, it's time to die. Bengal, you join in. Oman, you have Hijaz as a friend, someone I'd rather not have get involved. You know, I was still planning on annexing Vijayanagar. Curses. There's nothing I need to do while at peace, is there? You still don't want to buy Biapur. Only because you don't accept Kandy. You'll accept it before long. Cyber Thief 189, welcome to the family. Alright, so bang goes the Jampur alliance with them. It's a shame that Delhi aren't being more ambitious in forging claims on them. Also, that's fairly ideal. You're heading away to Kashmir. That I can really get behind. Punjabi Nats. I would need to keep my eyes on those guys, but that might be tricky. Bahmanes are ravaging themselves on the enemy. This is a good chance for a wipe. However, I don't want Vijayanagar taking control of any of this land, so ideally I get in there and I snaffle these 3 sieges for myself, regardless of the outcome. Amazingly, Bahmanes win it for a lot of war score. But that's Bahmanes on their last legs. They're going to die now. Still need to keep my eyes on this siege. Oh, we're already claiming Hormuz. Don't you worry about that one. Alright, good. We arrive in February. And I lost? Oh, that's right. You guys have a fleet. Well, let's not have you guys wasting away. Only 5,000 of you. Nothing to worry about for now. It's odd that you would sail over, though. Maybe you don't get military access. Also, let's hope this isn't too expensive on our troops. Our troop numbers, that is. A bit expensive, but that's fine. We can just merge away. And there is no way I'm letting Vijay have any of these sieges. So we're going to drop down 1,000 on each. And we're going to chase this guy wherever he may go. It's only the middle of the month. We should have bags of time for it. Right, this is just desert with no leader. I'm just going to balls to wall it in the hopes that we can succeed. Because I want these troops freed up for battle. Right, see that isn't good. Bengal's now seeing that I'm leaving 1,000 men unoccupied, so he's going to go for Desh and then try to murder my troops. But I don't want to leave this for Vijayanagar to have. Really damned if I do and damned if I don't. And if I don't chase him down and murder him, then that's also going to be problematic. The troops that you're raising will be ready on the 3rd of April. We'll get there on the 11th of April. But he might just be running back to his capital. How fast can we get back to the capital? 7th of April. Probably sooner if I hadn't abandoned my current movement plans. Alright, let's take care of the Bengalese threat first. Oh, well, all's well that ends well. He only ran one province. That's fine. Wipe everything up, unfortunately, using our main troops, but we'll just merge them together. Are you sure you want to do that? Didn't think so. But again, merge them together. Can't be doing with losing any of our men here. Or any of our manpower, rather. As expected. The enemy is pathetic. We'll help people relieve those sieges and get on with it. Gotta balance everything whilst we can. That's probably going to disable Jampur as a rival for me now. Which is going to cut into our PP a bit. That'll be painful. You, my friend, are going nowhere. Yeah, figures. An easy fight because it was only cavalry. Now these are all fort level 2s, so we'll assist them with 1,000 stacks, bring them up to speed. The rest of our troops murder what remains of the enemy army and stop them from changing that into Shiite. Oh, they're coring it. Well, can't be having that either. It is a real shame to be using our regular foot soldiers for this instead of mercenaries. It's going to chew into our manpower with attrition, but that's okay. We'll survive somehow. Jake, what attitudes are vassals set at? They're all at vassal attitude. I'm too strong for them to oppose me. Or rather, I've been keeping them too weak for them to oppose me. It's a shame that Bengal have those 3 heavies. There's nothing I can really do to Bengal, or nothing that I can want from them, I don't think. I could take land, certainly, but it's outside of my coring range. Only barely, though. Let's get Marwa up, so we should see to integrating them before too long. Go on, Delhi, lay siege to Mahur. We're having none of this. It's a shame that the AI can't use sorties. It would get rid of this kind of one-stack carpeting technique. Oh, you mean set them to aggressive? They should always be aggressive. Yeah. That's how I like them. Take Darajat. No real interest in it, but can you make it worth my while? 25 admin is worth my while. But we have a truce for 6 years. We might see if we get something better between then and now. And all these Persian patriots, they're loyal to Tabaristan, which is a real shame. But if they weren't loyal to Tabaristan, they would be loyal to Ardalan. Anybody who's of the what's it called? What's this culture called? Iranian. Anybody in this Iranian culture group that isn't a vassal, they'll prefer them over Persia. But Persia's big and strong as it is, and they don't have religious ideas, but I think they'll get them secondly. They're still making a bang-up job on those conversions. A bit of unrest, which is going to be hell on high water to deal with, actually. Low legitimacy, war exhaustion, religious, yeah. Looks like I'm going to have to babysit Persia as well for a while, which is why I need more land, more troops, more everything. You know, Jake, if there's anyone you should be integrating, shouldn't it be Delhi? At this rate, they'll contribute more rebel stacks than friendly ones. You're not wrong there. I have managed to give them all their cores. How long would it take to integrate you anyway? 830. 480. I should start with Delhi. Certainly have the relations to do Delhi. And we certainly have the excess dip points that aren't being spent on anything. Oh my, Persia got them rebs. But they're only peasants. We don't care too much about peasants. Poor Multan. If only I cared. Now, I need to get as much Candyland to Ahmednagar as I can. So we check out the culture map mode and go, this is all candy. Unfortunately, that's their capital, so I'll be wanting to give them these 3 provinces. Total base tax 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as long as that makes up 20% of their base tax, we'll be fine, and given the small size of their country, that'll be a problem. They'll take it, they'll core it, they'll accept candy, and I'll finally be able to shift Biapur onto them. After all this time, I probably would have been better off coring it myself, but that's not how we roll here. Ah, Marvin, I'm doing great, thanks. How are you this fine day? No need to establish an inquisition just yet. Bahmanis and Bengal have now gotten rid of their relationship because Orissa are going for Bengal. I doubt that's going to change their desire to get out of this war, but it may make things a bit easier down the line. Excellent. Lahore is down, and it brings my attention here just in time to catch these guys making a move. Now I doubt I can make it there in time. Yeah, they're there on the 11th, we're there on the 12th, even with our Maneuver 1 general. A crying shame, but I'd rather they did not exist. Really, it's only mercenaries we're throwing at them, although they have quite a few of them. They're Tech 7, we can be Tech 10, but this isn't going to improve anything. At least anything worthwhile.